Well, hey everybody, it cometh a egg. Just making another video to look at some great baseball cards, and we'll talk about some great friends in the community and give some shout outs, leave some links in the description. You know how I do. But really, the main purpose of today's video is shouting out two great YouTubers who have come up on and now surpassed 2,000 subscribers. And we're talking about Orlando from A Collector's Dream and Sammy Thunder. You know, I used to date a girl went by the name of Sammy. Anyway, I don't want to get off track. I want to show some cards and have a great time. Orlando and Sammy want us to kind of shout out a couple of friends that we've made, a friend or more in the YouTube community. So I want to talk about two guys that are very special to me and cards I think of with those guys. Now, we'll talk about my buddy Victor from Victor Negron Cards. Well, he's coming up on 1,000 subscribers, slower than he should be. We need to get him there. He has more videos than subscribers, so let's make sure that you follow that link in the description below. Him, like myself, Bernie Williams, super collector. His collection much greater than mine. So I don't do this hardly on my channel, but I'm going to show off some Bernie Williams, like one of, if not my favorite Bernie Williams in the collection is that one right there. It's an in-person autograph. And just grab some here. Let's look at them together. We got some Cracker Jack, and see Bernie in the minor leagues with his braces on. And I got some of these from some of the great members of the community. This would hit a couple of PCs for Victor. One of my favorites there. You can see right through the glove. Man, Pacific made some great looking cards back in the day. The old crown. This one I really love because, well, I pack pulled this from my local Kmart at the time. And it just is a lot of things going on. 2001 was a major, pivotal, crazy year for me, for a lot of us. And you know, Kmart. I got a lot of good memories coming from Kmart, and that's where I pulled that out of a retail blaster. Did we even call them that back then? I don't know. These are just some that I grabbed. This was a cool subset here. I got the Jeter and a bunch of others. You get a Met on one side, a Yankee on the other. Old Jeremy Burnitz. And so I've got these here, so it makes me think of Victor Negron and another great friend of the channel, Omyo, the superstar behind the Show Us Your Hits channel, and great community member. Honestly, if you're filling out your YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame ballots, you could do no wrong putting Mr. Tenney, Show Me Your Hits, and Victor Negron cards on your ballot. Why I kind of think of Pete Rose when I think of Omyo Tenney is he had bought a bunch of cards from the 70s and 80s, and it hooked me up with a few cards I needed for my Pete Rose run. Oh, I had this out too. It's my Victor Negron. Little blank card here, which is the big thing is that hashtag Russo family. Those of you new to the community might not know of or had heard of the card father, the godfather, Ricky Russo, if you want to say. But Omyo and Victor were both proud members of the Russo family. I think Victor even achieved the level of captain. So there you go there. But for my Pete Rose run, I do not have his rookie card yet. I'm looking to get it in a PSA 1, maybe a 1.5, whatever I can get. But I have his second year, third year, and fourth year there. And then it goes along with my run And we'll just look at some of these cards as we relax. I guess I'm missing the 70, but we're looking mainly Topps base cards, all-star cards if they're cool looking. There's a 70 all-star. Love the 70 set. That's great. That makes Mr. Rose look like he's trying to... Oh, that great looking 75 set. We got them all here. You know, the first baseball cards I ever had were 1982 Topps. And Pete Rose had a bunch of cards in that set. You know, team leaders, in action, highlights, all-stars. And then I really started kind of ripping open packs in like 86 and 87. And I remember the 86 Topps set. I think Pete Rose was the first 6 or 7 or 8 cards in that set. So as a little boy, it was kind of drilled into me that this guy is the superstar. He's the best player in baseball. He's the guy you hope you get when you open up packs of cards. Surefire Hall of Famer. I mean, there's no way. There's no way this guy doesn't make the Hall of Fame when he retires, you know. And I was one of those 80s kids that had that salad bowl haircut, so I felt right at home cheering for Pete Rose. Didn't even recognize when he switched teams from the Reds to the Phillies. He then ended up back on the Reds after a cup of coffee with the Expos, because he was just always in a red uniform. So I took it for that. Drake's big hitters. Shout out to my buddy Joe. Get these superstar. It's like a credit card. Ain't that cool? A little smaller. A little smaller than your average card. So you see, it's not just his base Topps. No, this is Kmart. I got shout out to Kmart. I got my first employee discount at Kmart. Drake's again for the Devil Dogs and the Ho-Hos and the Hoo-Hoos. Look at this great card. Another guy IPC. Willie Stargell. They made this card of Stargell and Rose, called it Fountain of Youth, because these gentlemen were so old. I believe they were 39 and 40 at the time. But you know how it was back in the day. People lived a little bit harder than they do today, weren't so sensitive, and, you know, guys in their 20s looked like they were in their 40s. Guys in their 40s looked like they were in their 60s. But yeah, Fountain of Youth. Like, these guys are so old. You're 40. Your life's over. Regular Topps, Pete Rose on the Phillies. The Drake cakes, of course. So if it says Kmart, if it says Drake's, they're in it too. Here he is with the Expos. Cut his moppy hair just a bit. Here's where he started showing up as a player and a manager. Get him a player card and a manager card in 85. Get him a player card and a manager card in 86, along with all those other cards he had in the 86 set. Cut out that box bottom of Pete Rose, the box. Of course, you know that's why you buy all the last packs in the box. So you get the box as well. 87 Topps, the product I opened more than any other product. And thought it was so cool that he had 2 cards there as well. 1988. Almost like that Jim Leland card from 1986. Topps traded with that big giant popcorn freaking Pirates hat. But yeah, that's a big hat. Who thought of all those amazing rookies in the 1986 Topps traded set that it would be Jim Leland, first one going into the Hall of Fame with all those? It'd be Bonds or Canseco or Bo Jackson or Will Clark or John Kruk or Andreas Galarragas. Nope. Jim Leland, everybody. Jim Leland, everybody. And Pete Rose. all the way down from 1963 to 1989. He had a card in every Topps release. Didn't have one in 90, but they gave one to the villain, A. Bartlett Giamatti. With that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, as always, come of a egg.